Hey folks, want to do a little bit of a life update, let folks know what's been going on. I just came back from a great conference. So a lot of you know that I'm in the student affairs field. So I work at Vanderbilt, work at a college setting, and work with students to advocate for their well-being, to do programming with them, and all that kind of stuff. And specifically, I work in the LGBT office here. So a lot of my work is around sexual orientation and gender identity stuff. So the field has these two associations, NASPA and ACPA, and I've gone to both of the annual conventions that they put on, and this year I went to NASPA, and I had such a great time. I really enjoy going to these conferences. It gives me a chance to just rejuvenate and remember all the reasons why I joined this field, especially at times when I'm frustrated with the work, and I feel stuck, or I feel like I'm not getting much done, or we're not having the impact that I thought we could. But it's a good chance to just reconnect with people that are doing the work too, but especially see folks again from the University of Vermont, where I used to work, from Michigan State, where I was an undergrad and a grad student, and folks from across the country that I've worked with in some capacity or another, or I've just met at these conferences, just to catch up with them and just be able to, talk through some of the stuff that we're going through at different places, and just chill out and relax and have fun, without feeling like our students are watching us, or anything. And it was in Philly this year, which is a city I've never been to before, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I'm definitely going to have to put Philadelphia on the list of cities I can see myself living in someday, or eventually, or whatever. Philadelphia has hundreds of colleges and universities too, in its vicinity, so I could definitely see that happening. So it also, I think, another thing that really helped in that, last time I made this video, one of the folks commented, Zeddy36, about having made a connection with his residence hall director, his first year of undergrad, and still maintaining contact with that person, and how much that person made an impact in his life. And it just, again, reminded me that sometimes you don't really know the ways that you impact students' lives, and knowing that there are folks out there, especially queer and trans folk, who in some way have been helped or advocated for, or just felt connected and not isolated because of people in the student affairs field. It reminded me that this is definitely somewhere where I want to be for a little bit longer. I was definitely feeling like I wanted to leave the field for a little bit, but it was good to reconnect and feel grounded in the work again. Sorry, I made a couple of notes about stuff. Oh, and I know that folks have asked about what sort of programs I want to go into, and that sort of thing. So I'll make a separate video at some point when I've done a little bit more research. Like I said before, right now the list of programs I'm interested in is really long. So I really need to focus on working on my statement of purpose for the next couple of weeks, and then I think what I'm going to do is, based on that statement of purpose, when I have a little bit more of a solid understanding of what I want to do, is look at the grad schools and see which of the programs can really offer that to me. So narrow down the list that way, so it feels a little bit more me-centered in that approach. So I'll talk about that stuff down the line. I don't have the details right now. Another fun thing, I guess, that I've been doing lately, just to keep me like enjoying life in small ways, is I have this beer list. It's kind of fun to do. My friend Mo sent me a map of the United States. If I find it again, I'll put a link to it on the on the down bar. It's not a sidebar anymore. And it's a map of the United States, and each state, basically the people in that state have voted for their favorite brewery, their favorite local brewing company, and so my goal is to try out beer from each of those breweries. And so on my phone, I have an app where I have a list of them by state, and I've been knocking a few off here and there. I already had a couple that I had tried, thanks to being in Vermont and enjoying good beer, and being a little bit more snobby about my beer. But I'm looking forward to trying out the rest of them. I think I have 12 down so far, which is awesome. Let's see, what else? March Madness right now. I'm a huge women's basketball fan, especially college basketball, and I am loving it right now. The first round games started today, so I've been watching a few, and gotta have my bracket ready, so got that going. And folks are already ruining my bracket, but that's okay. And as I'm making this video, I'm watching Arizona State and Temple, and Texas Tech and St. John's. So a couple of games on right now. Okay, Temple, you got to come out for me. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, something else that totally brightened up my day. The new Original Plumbing came out, issue number 6, Schooled. And a bonus this time was that they actually had photos in them. Like each person getting one is, I'm guessing, getting a different picture. And I got this one, which is kind of cool. But I really like this design to begin with, but then this issue in particular, because again, it's just it's my field, education and particularly higher ed, but it's awesome. Highly recommend Original Plumbing. Amos Mack and Roku Coyotes have done an amazing job putting this together, and really getting a huge buzz around the country, and possibly outside the borders too. But highly recommend it. I'll put a link to that too. And I wanted to let folks know, because I haven't really been talking politics and issues and things like that on YouTube, like I thought I might. I've been using Tumblr and Twitter more so to do that, and just reblogging and retweeting articles or statements that I find interesting. So check my Tumblr and Twitter out if you're interested in some of the more political stuff. There's some personal stuff in there too, and some just pictures that I find cool or something like that, but for the most part, that's been kind of the space where I get to be a little bit more political, and also I update people on my beer list adventures. I think that's it for now. I know I might be making another video today to respond to a few emails, because I've been really bad at that, so I'm going to try to respond through a video. But until then, check y'all later.